Hi guys, welcome back to Stranger Times. So let's start with these images here. The video was taken in America around January 2021. This shape-shifting object and the colours it gives off is pretty incredible. At first I thought it could be a star or a drone, but stars don't normally act or look like this through a lens or a scope, and they certainly don't bounce around the sky changing shape and changing colours. I have a little clip of the video that the person took in slow motion so you can see this thing move, change shape and change colour. It is quite incredible, so let's take a look at that. I've also added this little bit of a clip as well, so the person has the camera and it's zoomed out so you can see the tiny little dot in the sky, and then the person zooms in and you can see what we've just seen. This is quite incredible. It could be a drone, but I don't think it is, because when the object is flashing, changing shape and changing colour, you cannot see a solid object, if that makes sense. If you want me to analyse the photos and the video in more detail, then please let me know and I will do that. Anyway guys, let's move on to the next part. So guys, we'll go to this tiny island in the middle of the ocean, thousands of miles from anywhere, and I'm sure that some of you guys would have seen this image before, but I thought I'd show it here today because I think it needs further attention, looking at what this thing could possibly be here. So we zoom in quickly and you can see that on the edge of this beach is what looks like a huge object, to be honest with you, and this object, a lot of people believe it to be a UFO. Let's take a closer look as we zoom in. Here we go. Okay, so you can see that it does look like some sort of structure. From this view it does look like a UFO. Yeah, it's almost the same shape as the Millennium Falcon. I can't say that word, I'll try it again. Millennium Falcon, there we go. And you can see to the right of it as well that there's drag marks or skid marks going off to the right side there. But I mean, you can see shadow and shade underneath this object here as well, and this thing is huge. This thing is quite big. So we measured it and it's 31 feet across. Okay, actually I lied, it's 130 feet across, so that's 130 feet long, and it also reminds me of the Baltic Sea anomaly as well that was found a few years ago. But as you can see where the cursor is now where I'm pointing, you've got these massive skid marks or drag marks that come all the way along this tiny island. Also you have to remember that where the cursor is and these drag marks is quite high as well. It's not a flat level tiny island. This is about 100 foot incline, if you like, from the top of this island down to the sea. So you follow these drag marks and they sort of taper off to the left hand side where these bizarre, strange looking palm trees is all I can think that they are on this tiny little beach. And there's also some other weird things on this little island here as well. So if you just go back to the object in question and just take a closer look at what we think this is. Is it a crashed UFO? Personally, I don't think it is. It could be, but I really don't think it is. I actually think that this thing could be a dead turtle. A huge dead turtle. Anyway, it looks like a turtle shell. Okay, if you look at it really closely, it does look like a dead turtle shell. A huge one, if it's going to be. So it's either going to be the world's biggest monstrous turtle that ever existed, or it's going to be a crashed UFO. I'm not sure which one to go for, to be honest, which one to pick. I would like it to be a crashed UFO, but I really don't think it is, to be honest with you. Just because of the skid marks or the drag marks that follow this thing from the other side of this island. And also there is some strange little anomalies dotted around this beach area as well. You can see I'm just zooming in now. I mean, these things could be logs, trees, just build up of bricks and things like that have washed up on the shore. But your guess is as good as mine, guys. Also, just quickly, let's just move on to back where this anomaly is, and if we zoom in here just a little bit north of the anomaly, you can see that there's a couple of other like drag marks as well to the right hand side. But if we zoom in here, you can see what looks like buildings. Now these things definitely look like structures, and again they're about 20 feet across and about 30 to 40 feet long. Now that seems very odd to me anyway. That's a little bit bizarre of why there would be a couple of little buildings on this tiny little island out in the middle of nowhere next to this turtle or UFO object, whichever it is. It is amazing, it fascinates me, and I'm sure it fascinates you guys as well. But I just thought I'd share this and show you this one. So again, guys, let me know your thoughts, your theories. Again, but you got to remember that where these buildings and the object is a lot lower than the rest of the island here, but you can see. So again, guys, let me know your thoughts, theories in the comment section below. Awesome. So this next piece of footage was taken by a gentleman in Missouri, Springfield, United States. He was driving home from work and noticed this object in the sky, so he pulled over, got his camera out and started recording. Now you can clearly hear him talk in the video clip that I'm going to be playing in a second, but this thing is spinning so fast, and you can clearly see that it is some kind of cube just doing what it's doing, going against the wind here, staying extremely stationary, zipping about a little bit everywhere. You can see the sun glinting off the sides of it here, and also it has lights all around the bottom of it apparently. Could it be a drone? It could be, but spinning at them speeds and such a height, and also this thing looks to be quite big as well. I would say roughly the same size as like a station wagon or like a Volkswagen Golf here in the UK. But yeah, amazing footage, and I'll let the clip play here.
It's a cube. That thing's a cube with lights. It's a cube. It's jumping back and forth. I'm on Glenstone in Springfield, Missouri. That is a cube spinning on an axis, flickering. It's got lights around it in the middle of the day.
So this next clip, guys, a woman was left in total confusion and very creeped out after she saw a very strange black shape floating in the skies above Chicago, Illinois. The video shows a long black wishbone shape object hanging in the air. She goes on to say that she literally had no idea what this could be, and there was nothing comparable to compare it with anything nearby. She said it was a ball of some sort at the top, with 2 long strings or belts hanging down from it, and she goes on to say that the strings had knobs in the middle and the bottom. She said that she was with her son, and neither of them had any idea what they were seeing. She said that she stayed watching it until it disappeared from view a few minutes later. So this object it does look extremely creepy, I have to admit. If you was to see that floating in the skies above your house or wherever, you would be a little bit creeped out. It does look like something from a sci-fi movie. But if we take a closer look at this image, it does look like helicopter lifting equipment of some sort. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. But there is no helicopter in sight. You can clearly see that there's nothing flying above this object or around this object, and it is just floating in mid-air several hundred feet above Illinois. It is quite bizarre. This one is... I'm not sure to be honest, but I do know that a couple of comments online onto the original post of this sort of go on to say that it could be actually a Martin V Bat 128 UAV, as it's known as, the 128, and the Navy and military are using these at the moment and testing them. So they're very much like Elon Musk's rockets that return to Earth on their own and land vertically. A lot of people believe that it could be one of these, but as you can see by the photos, the comparison is completely different. There's no way that it could be one of these Martin UAVs here, unless it is some sort of secret project. I have no idea. But again, guys, extremely creepy. Again, let me know what your thoughts and comments are here, please, guys. It's always great to hear other theories and things like that. So fantastic. Right, on to the next part. So for the last part of this video today, guys, I thought I would share with you the infamous image of what we're about to see as we zoom into this island just off the Antarctica coast here. So I'm sure some of you will have seen this image before online somewhere, Facebook and things like that. But I'm going to show you today and give you a little explanation as to what I think this could be. So this is the area of where this object is. Now we're going to zoom in. So here we are, zoomed in. Just going to find the location as to where it is, and you can see where the cursor is. This is the infamous photo or image that has been circulating on the internet for a couple of years now. As you can see to the right hand side, there's a big mountain here where the cursor is, and it looks like there's been some sort of avalanche or explosion on that, and you can see this massive object and the huge trail it's left behind as it skidded through the snow and the ice. What on earth could this be? Many people believe it to be just simply that, an avalanche, and a rock or boulder has come down the side of a mountain and is ended up with this big snow train, if you like. I'm measuring it here. It's about 30 feet. It's about 30 feet high, and I think it's about 190, nearly 200 feet long. This object here. It is very interesting. The drag marks or skid marks make it, I think, look more incredible than what it actually could be. That's just my theories, guys. But there's something not quite right as well. Since this image has been circulating on the internet, something interesting's quite happened, which I will show you in a second. But let's just quickly take a look at this mountain on the right hand side where this object has seemingly come from. Now, if we have a little bit of a closer look, for me anyway, it looks like that this area here where you can see all the debris that's sort of spewed out, it goes uphill a little bit here. You can clearly see that the incline and decline of the landscape there, and this part here that you can see going into the clear snow is uphill. You can clearly see that, and as it comes over the top of this hill to the left hand side, it goes downhill. So I don't understand how something could roll uphill like it has done in quite a straight line. It's very suspect, it's very odd. I have no idea what's going on here. Could it be something that's exploded out of the mountain perhaps? We have no idea. When I first saw this video, the top of this mountain here looked completely different to what we're seeing today. But something else that doesn't sit right with this is that if we actually zoom out of this image and basically go to today's or the latest images of this object, we can't see it, we can't find it, it's been blocked out. So unless you click the button tab for going back 10, 15, 20 years on Google Earth Pro images, you can only see it that way. You can't see anything in the last 10, 15 years. So again, you know, the powers that be have maybe edited this part of this island here so you can't see what's going on. You know, maybe they've done a little trip out there to have a look and to see what this thing actually could be. That's my guess anyway, because there's no way of seeing new images of what this thing could be, and why would they hide it, you know? So you've got to be thinking of things like this all the time when you're seeing images like this from a few years. But it's there, it's very clear from sort of 2006, 2010 it's there, and then, you know, you can't see the latest images of that. So that is quite bizarre. Again guys, let me know your thoughts, comments. It's always great to hear them. And that's it for this video guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.